Let's bring in Michael Duncan and John Ashbrook, co-hosts of the Ruthless podcast. Great to have both of you with us. Welcome, guys. Michael, let me start with you. What's your sort of top-level reaction to this back and forth? We've all heard it in venues, near and far from the president.
Well, President Trump used to be on television and have a show called The Apprentice. So I'm not surprised that he absolutely loves this opportunity to sort of feel it out with donors and say, oh, do you like Marco? Oh, do you like JD? I mean, this is what he's made his career doing. So, I mean, my only prediction, I don't know who it's going to be, is that it's not going to end anytime soon, because I have the feeling Donald Trump enjoys this.
It's interesting, John. We're so in this moment of these foreign, clashes, a war in Iran and the movement in Venezuela. Listen to this soundbite from the president on whether the vice president disagreed with them on striking Iran. Watch.
In Iran.
I don't think so, no. No, we get along very well on this. He was, I would say, philosophically a little bit different than me. I think he was maybe less enthusiastic about going, but he was quite enthusiastic.
What's your interpretation of that, John?
Well, first of all, Martha, J.D. Vance has a track record of saying that we should go very far to stop Iran from developing nuclear weapons, and his position now is consistent with the position he's had the entire time. But I want to add something based on your first question. I worked in the Senate for 10 years. I worked on campaigns for 10 years. And there is always this natural tension between the never-ending demand for news about the next campaign and the requirement to fulfill the obligations that the voters expected you to do. And in this case, we're talking about 15 months ago. And when you think about these two guys, they seem like two guys who are laser focused on doing the job that people put them in charge and entrusted them to do. And I think there's going to be plenty of time to talk about 2028. And then Michael pointed out there's going to be plenty of chatter about it between now and then. But I do think that these guys are focused on the task at hand, which is making sure that Iran does not rise back up with their missiles, with their nuclear weapons. And it's a very serious thing.
Well, a couple of things on that. One is that the president does often bring it up himself. He clearly enjoys this conversation because he loves politics. He loves the election cycle, and he's always looking, as a chess player, like several moves ahead. I also would just say that it's very easy to imagine that the news cycle, changes dramatically at some point and turns back to issues that might be more favorable or more in the ballpark for the vice president and may make him appear to be the front runner at some point as we move forward here. I asked him about that just a couple of weeks ago when he was here with us on the Story Watch. Do you wish that he would just say, he's my vice president? Of course he's going to be at the top of the ticket.
Well, I think the president is very smartly saying, we've got 3 years to go. And how about everybody focuses on the job the American people elected us to do, rather than something that is very far in the future?
Michael, clearly they would like to put this farther in the future. But your thoughts on sort of what I just said as we led into that soundbite?
Well, yeah, I think in the same way that Marco Rubio is probably the best voice of Donald Trump's foreign policies, very articulate on everything that Donald Trump's trying to accomplish in Iran, J.D. Vance is the voice of the forgotten man and woman in America that are part of Donald Trump's coalition. I think as issues shift to the domestic front, you're going to see J.D. Vance shine like he always does.
Yeah, and we've seen the president sort of say, suggest it'd be great if they ran together because he feels like they both have such strengths. It's also, let's look at these talking points from Democrats on Iran real quick. Number 4, let's play that.
There seems to be no end game.
I'm not sure what the end game is or what their plans are. They certainly have not made their case.
I'm very worried about how long this will drag on. We are hearing no logical estimates about when it will be over.
I mean, it's sort of nonsensical when you look at the way this is moving forward. Is it 10 days in, John? But quick thought on that before we got to go.
Right. Democrats are always going to have their talking points. The fact of the matter is, for 47 years, the Iranian regime killed Americans and caused terror all over the world. And this is the first administration with the courage to actually stop them.
Thank you so much, Michael and John. Great to see you guys, the Ruthless podcast co-hosts. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.